Hey guys, this is Jules, and welcome to my January wrap up TBR for February. And I'm gonna also do a jar pick, well, a container or whatever you want to call it. But I managed to only read 2 books in January, so kind of a slow start, but just a lot was going on, so I only managed to read 2, but they were pretty decent size books, at least average. So, and part of a series that I'm still currently reading. So, I'll go ahead and get started with this video. And those books I read are, give me a minute. Since I don't have a physical copy, I'm going to show you guys photos. I just gotta find them. So give me a minute. The Assassin's Blade and Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. They're pretty much together, as you can see, so I'm gonna just talk about them together. The Assassin's Blade is the prequel 0.1 through 0.5, and it is awesome. It tells what happened prior, and it's a great start to this series. And in Throne of Glass, in the very first book of this series, it gets better. It's a page turner. So far, both of these books were page turners. It was hard to put down. There we go. Got rid of the glares. But I would definitely even reread these books again. They're that good. So I definitely recommend you guys check them out if you like high fantasy or with a little bit of mystery to it. So, because there is an adventure in this, so definitely a good book to check out. So, those are the 2 books I read for January. I'll now gotta find the books I want to read in my February TBR. And I only got pictures of 2 of them. So give me a minute. Okay. There. I got them at least ready. I'll show those actually in a second. I'm going to first show you the current book I'm still reading for February. In February. Start is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. And these books are amazing covers. I'm still in this book. I'm reading it kind of slow. Just stuff's been kind of busy, and I just been kind of lazy lately, so I've been kind of relaxing on the reading. So, but I've been slowly picking it up and reading at least a little bit. Try to read a little bit every day. It's just been kind of slow lately, so at least for the last week. But other than that, it's good. So good so far for the little bit I've read. I'm on page 36, so I'm not very far in this. I still have all of this to go. So, but I got till this weekend to get this done, because this gotta go back. It is a library book, so I definitely gotta get this done this coming weekend, so hopefully I can. The next book, put that over there, I have to read by this coming weekend is Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. And this is the third book in this series, and the last one's the second book. So I get this one's a bit chunkier, so hopefully I can get to this one and get it done. As you can tell, it's chunkier. This one is 562 pages, so this one's pretty long, so hopefully I can finish that other one pretty quick so I can get on to this one. So, those are the books I gotta get done by this week, because they both library books and they have to go back this coming weekend, so hopefully I can get those done. The next books I'm planning on reading in February are is Bittersweet by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Hopefully you can see that. Try to get the glare off. It's so bright. Sorry about the glares. Bittersweet Love is the prequel to the Dark Element series. I was trying to get this book and I wasn't able to, so I actually got this book in ebook right now, so I'll be able to finally read it and find out what happened prior in this series. So I can't wait to find out in this series about Bittersweet at the beginning of this series. The next book I want to read in February is Every Last Breath by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is book 3 in this series, and I also managed to get this book in ebook as well, and now I can read this one as well and finish the series, because I did in a previous video talk about the first 2 books, which book 1 is White Hot Kiss and second book Stone Cold Touch, and I read those books in, I believe, in December. It's like been a while, so I believe I read them in December, and I now have the prequel in the third book. Now I can finish the series and know what happened, so I can't wait to read these 2 books. The next book I plan on reading in February is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. This cover is what attracted me to this book. I thought this cover was beautiful, and I don't know nothing about this book at all. But I have heard of Holly Black because I actually took another On the Chance book out by her, but I never got to it. And I believe that was Black Heart, I believe is by her. And I found out it was a series book, and I like to read series books in order, and when I saw this book, I just love this cover. This is just a very beautiful cover. I would, like to find out what this is about. I don't know. sounds like something about it has a person named Hazel, so it kind of makes me think of Hansel and Gretel, because it talks about a girl and boy in this, so it might be a retelling of Hansel and Gretel. I believe I'm saying that right, so we'll have to see and find out. The next book I'm going to try to read in February is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, if I said that right. And also, this was another on the whim a little bit, but I knew a little bit about this. Like, I heard a little bit of hype about this. I heard about just the other day, just literally a few days ago. So, and I also went to my library and found out they had this book, and I had to take it out just to find out what the hype was and just go for it. It sounds really good. The hype about it, and people are saying it's really good. So far, I haven't heard anything negative about this book, so I have very good feelings about giving this book a try, and I'm excited. Because I've heard at least 3-4 people within a short time talk about this book, and I decided to go to my library. I saw it, and I was like, I'm grabbing that book, because I decided also to try books that I've seen on YouTube that I've been wanting to read, and decided to do that, and I managed to find some books that I've seen on YouTube. So, can't wait to read this too. The next book I plan on reading in February, or at least try it, is The Walking Dead: Rise of the Governor by Robert Kirkman and Jay Benzinga. If I said that right. I heard about this on YouTube a lot, actually, and I saw it actually about it come out, and I knew about it coming out, and I also seen a lot of people talk about The Walking Dead, and I've watched the show myself and all that. So, but I don't read these books at night. I'll read them during the day. If I'm very risky, maybe read a little bit at night, but most of the time I read these type of books in the daytime, because I do get jumpy and grossed out, and not only that, I've gotten, I guess you can say, some weird dreams when I read stuff crazy, like, gross or whatever, thriller or horror type of books. So that's another reason why I read these books during the day. So, but I do watch horror movies here and there. I'm not big on them, but I do watch them here and there. So it's kind of fun to make, I guess, get myself to jump. So I even laugh at myself. So, because it is funny watching my own self jump. Other than that, I briefly read the inside, and it talks about Penny, the daughter of Philip Blake. I don't know if you guys remember that name or not, but it sounds really good. So I'm gonna give this a shot and see if they pretty much made it similar to the show, or if it's better. So we'll have to try it out. Oh, and also, seeing Ellie was reading this book, and that just made me take also the chance as well. So thanks, Ellie. for inspire me to at least take a chance on The Walking Dead. The next book I have is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Yeah, I said it. I heard a little bit of hype on this, but not too much. And I've watched so many videos, so I don't really know what it's about. I just briefly heard that it's really good, and I'm not even sure what it's about. Sounds like a planet dealing with people on the planet, and there's a problem with the society. That's what I'm getting with just skimming it in the summary. So, but it sounds good, and it says it's fast paced. So, and I like fast paced books because it makes it hard to put down, but I still put them down for a minute just to walk around, so I'm not sitting for 5 hours straight. So I try only read for 2 hours straight and then get up, but sometimes I've read for 4 or 5 hours straight with only not getting up much. So, but other than that, this hopefully is good. We'll have to see. The next book, and actually this book is a series book, and this is book 1, and I think it's the Red Rising series. I'm not sure, but if you guys want and you find out that I'm wrong on the series name for this book, you can let me know in the comments below. So, thanks. And I also have book 2 in this series, which I believe is the Red Rising series, but I might be wrong about the series name. So, this is, oh, no, I was right. It says right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says right there, Red Rising trilogy. So it's a series, but it's a trilogy because it's only 3 books. This is book 2, Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. Like I said, I didn't hear much about this book, except a little bit. I just hear it was really good, and like I said, it sounds like about a planet and a society that's having society issues, trying to solve that type of thing. So I'll just have to see and read it to find out what's gonna happen. But it sounds interesting. The next book I have, well, I should say the next books I have is a trilogy that I've been wanting to read forever, ever since I found out about it, and there's been hype about it ever since. As soon as people start reading in it, the hype just rocketed it up, and as soon as you guys see this first book, you guys are just gonna know straight up what this series is. So, and I'm just as excited as the next person about these books, and I can't wait to read this trilogy. And I decided to find out if they were before the series, like a prequel, or after, and I found out they were the prequel, so I could read them first. So that I was happy about. So I'm gonna take the chance to read them this month, and I can't wait to read them. So I'll go ahead and show you this first book of this trilogy, and that is the Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, book 1 of the Infernal Devices. There we go. Now you guys can see that. Like, I've heard so much about this. Oh my god, I can't wait to, like, dive into this. And people talk about the character Will and everything, and it's like, I want to read. I want to read it soon and find out. So, definitely can't wait to read this and find out what happens. So, and next, I also have the second book in the series, Clockwork Prince, also by Cassandra Clare, book 2 of the Infernal Devices. And this book has like the Immortal Instrument series on the back. And I can't wait to read all those as well. I can't wait. So yeah, can't wait to read this as well. And also, excuse me. But in this one, people will, it just gets like they like, I guess it sounds like something happens and he gets, something is left hanging in the balance or something like that, because that's how I get it, because I seen the video again, it's one of my favorites, and I was saying, she's like, why they leave him like that? So it makes me wonder what happened, like, why was he left, how, and why, what, where, all those questions are going through my head, and also made me just inspired to want to read it soon, even more. This is a wonderful trilogy. I love it already, regardless that I have not read this yet. I already love it already so much. I want to, hopefully it makes me love it more once I get into it. And I love high fantasy books, so I don't think I might have much of a problem with this trilogy, since most people love it. So, and with high fantasy and anything that deals with high fantasy and great plot building, I just end up loving them 90% of the time. So we'll have to see. And I happen to also, like I said, have all these. This is book 3, Clockwork Princess, also by Cassandra Clare. Book 3, the the Infernal Devices. Sorry. As you can tell, I'm really excited to read these. There's all the books again for the Mortal Instruments, at least most of them. Yeah, they got 1, 2, 3, 4. They got at least 5 of the books. I believe there's 6 in the Mortal Instruments series that goes along with this trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. I believe there is 6. You guys can let me know in the comments below. And I guess also, after I read this, this says the Mortal Instruments City of Bones, soon to be a motion picture, and that says 2013. So once I read this and that, I'll probably go see the movie and see how it turned out. So yeah, and this one I heard a lot that was really good too. Like I said, this whole trilogy just sounds like amazing. I just can't wait to read it. I'm so excited, and I love the covers of these books. And that's it for February, but this trilogy, see if I can hold them all, is just amazing. I've been wanting to read this trilogy like probably for a year or so, or whenever I first heard about it. It's just awesome, and I adore the covers. So I'm gonna try to set these back down. Okay, there we go. So that's all the books I want to read in February, and my January wrap up what I read in January, and now I'll do my jar pick. see. Hopefully that's not. Oh, I just ripped part of it. At least it's just the end. Hopefully you guys can see that. City of Bones. I believe that says. Yep. City of Bones, The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare, Book 1. That's just amazing that actually happened, that I got these books and this actually got picked. I'm just like speechless with that result that I actually managed to, actually managed to pick that for my TBR. And I'm actually reading the trilogy, the prequel first, and also I picked the actual first book for the Immortal Instruments. I just think that's impressive. I can't wait. That just made my night. I managed to pick that. I'm like still in show here, and I'm hoping it also cools down in my place. It's a little warm, so I had to open a window. So, but that's it for this video, and I'll show you all my books. Hopefully I can pick them all up. Give me a minute while I get all of these. So, I try to do this. You guys will see me pick these up. Let's see if I can do it. Ah, there we go. That's all the books I'm going to try to read, including the 2 ebooks I have. So that's quite a lot of books. I believe 13. 3, 6, 9, 10. Well, I count about 12, 13 probably books. So we'll have to see if I can get through at least half of these. I'm hoping to maybe even get through all of them, but we'll have to see if I can do that. But with them page turning books, I think I might do it. We'll have to see. So, but that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!